Curiosity. What are you so curious about? Everything, Mr. Curiosity.
Oh my goodness, look who's here. How long's it been? Welcome to the podcast, and we have Kerry Kearns joining us. Seriously, last time.
It's like, I don't know, 2 months ago maybe?
So you, 2
3
months
months?
though. Maybe.
Curiosity Kerry today.
Curiosity Kerry.
Yeah.
We got NASCAR Nikki, Curiosity Kerry.
Yep, and so Mindy is off, her daughter's graduation, and she's busy with that. And when I say busy, I mean stressed.
Oh,
Of course.
The big party. So some people will be listening to this after we record it, but we're all going to the big graduation party.
Yep, we're all going to be there. And I feel bad for spouses, boyfriends, and girlfriends of coworkers that get together. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Now, it doesn't count in my situation because my wife used to work here and she knows everybody.
Doesn't count in my situation.
Carrie, you currently, your guy is in transition, so...
What, my dog?
So there's no
my
man.
God.
There's no man.
There's no man.
There's no man
my
you're going to be in
dog.
the party, but Nikki got a boyfriend. And
Yeah.
we met him, but he doesn't want to hang around with all of your friends at work. You know
It
what I mean?
turns to
It's
work
odd.
talk.
It's work talk.
He likes you guys, though.
He doesn't
guess.
mind hearing all the work talk?
He doesn't mind.
Because you try not to talk about work when you all
you do.
gather.
Yeah. And
then you're
at a-
like-
and you
But
do.
you end up
you
talking
still
about
do.
work.
And then you're the outcast because
Yes.
you don't know. But this is the responsibility when you date someone. What are you going to do?
He's excited.
Good. We're all excited.
So we're excited to answer your questions. We do this every Friday. So we have 2 versions, some newer ones in the Boscov's bag.
I love that that's just become a thing.
It's become a thing. And here's the brown bag. So get your questions in. It's right there. Brown bag, one word, brown bag at WNEP.com. And we like a variety of questions.
We do.
Some weather, some science, some personal, some nosy, some gossipy, some trendy. You never know what we're going to get, right?
I got so uncomfortable with the one a few weeks ago, I skipped out on 2 weeks.
That's right. You haven't been here in 2 weeks.
There was that
John.
one that was all about my relationship with Rennie and all that. I was like, you know what, I'm out. I'm taking off the
2
next
weeks
couple
off.
Fridays.
But you're back
But I'm
now.
back.
He's
You're back.
And you're
Time to
gonna
get uncomfortable again.
be- And next week, you're not going to be here and I'm not going to be here.
Oh.
Oh.
What's going to happen to the pod next week?
It's all on you, ladies.
It's going to be all
Scandalous.
girl
Are you
power.
here
We're
next
bringing
Friday?
Sean next week.
I'm here next Friday.
Scandalous. I'm here.
Well, let's get right to the questions. You're new, so Kerry, you have to pick. No, I shouldn't. I influenced you.
Yeah, pick
you
from
gonna
wherever
go-
you
I
want.
love Boscov's.
We got to talk to our salespeople and
We
get this
do.
sponsored by
I-
Boscov's. We're using their
It's
bag.
been weeks now.
Some of the newer questions are in the Boscov's bag. The older ones are crumpled up in this. All right, here we go, Kerry.
Okay. Hey, Joe, Mindy, John, and possible special guest, which
Oh,
will
that's
probably
you.
be me. I remember all the hot shots that used to work at WNEP. What happened to Marisa Burke, Nolan, Mike Lewis, Joe Zone, Jim Coles, and all the other hot shots?
Ooh, hot shots.
Hot shots.
Let's go through the list.
Yeah.
Marisa retired.
Marisa retired.
That was already what, 2, 3, 4 years ago?
It's a couple years
longer
ago.
than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Longer
Like
than
It was
that.
longer than
I think
that.
she's still in the news business, though, working
She
for
is.
some
Yeah.
stations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's next on the list?
We got Nolan.
Nolan.
Does anyone know?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do we do
either.
a search? Could someone do a search? I have my phone. Did
What?
I don't.
We don't know.
I don't want to say it.
I know we don't want to say it, but I don't know the answer. All right, you better remember the next
Nikki
one.
All right,
searching, Nikki's searching.
Mike Lewis.
Mike Lewis? I don't know.
So he left for what, a Nashville career?
Yeah.
That's already is it 15 years
At
ago?
least.
It's been a while,
Yes.
yeah.
Nolan Johannes?
Yeah.
He died.
He did.
I-
Okay.
I was a-
That's what we didn't want to.
I didn't want to say because I thought that,
I
but I
thought
wasn't
so,
sure.
but I didn't remember. When was that?
Yeah,
2015.
Okay, so it's been a
okay.
while.
it's already
Yeah.
11 years ago.
I thought that was the case, but I was afraid to
Yeah,
say.
he was a legend here. How old was he when he passed away? And was he was not really from the area, I believe. He moved away.
Moved from. I think he was originally from Buffalo and came here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He was gone when I came here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Joe Zone.
Joe Zone, he's still in the business, I think,
Is
in
he?
New England, right?
he was on
Did you
TV.
work with him?
He was on TV in Connecticut for a long time.
So when I was a kid growing up, that's how old he is and I am. I remember watching. Do you guys even remember Joe Zone? You don't, because you weren't from here. Nikki, Redding, Kerry, you would be the only one that remembers
I
Joe
mean,
Zone.
vaguely, but I mean, that was.
He was a legendary sportscaster.
Funny little twist on him is that when I interned at a TV station in Syracuse, he was the sports director.
Oh, wow.
When I was
Yeah.
there. And I knew he had worked in Scranton, Pennsylvania, because he said, when I said I was from Pennsylvania, he said, oh, I worked in Scranton for a while. But I wasn't from here.
Yeah, he was a character. He used to
Yeah.
dress up as a cheerleader. He used to be in your face. He was a notable guy.
Is he still on in Connecticut?
It's Eyewitness News.
In Hartford, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got to be 70.
Probably.
It says he started in January 2006.
At the Connecticut
There.
station, yeah.
But
But
he
he was,
Yeah.
was here in the 80s
yeah.
when I was a teenager watching in high
Wow.
school. So he's got to be up
Yeah,
there.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
And
so
then
Joe's
Colsey.
And Colsey retired a few
yeah,
years ago.
and
Jimmy
enjoyed
Coles.
He always
retirement.
comes back around.
Yeah.
Jimmy Coles is awesome.
Yeah.
We love him.
We love Colsey. All
All right,
John.
you're up, Joe.
Oh, I looked in the mirror today and I saw, because I'm outside biking all the time and I wear sunscreen, my face was all red and I thought, Snedeker, you're starting to look like Jim Coles. Remember he was always red?
He would get in the summer so
Yeah, he'd
tan.
be out by the pool all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I'm
you're going brown bag.
Oh.
I'm going brown bag. I
You're
don't want
old
to get
school.
some of the. Well, we have to maybe crumble some of these up and put them
I
in
think
because
so.
it's getting low.
Would the kids call this the OG?
Yeah, the OG.
The OG. All right, this is from Leo DeLuca. Best prison movie of all time.
We had
Best-
that last
we
week.
had that one.
Yeah.
So give me another one. That's all right. They double up
Shawshank
sometimes.
Redemption.
Folks, don't send in 2 questions at the same time. We all know it's Shawshank
Yes.
Redemption, right? No doubt about that. What are you doing? Oh, she's doing. I like what you're doing. All right, Dottie. Did we have this one? Why do you find cleaning toilets so gratifying?
We did have that one, I think.
We've definitely had the cleaning toilets
It
talk.
could be, yeah. I don't know if we had that one specific. Folks, that is no joke. Every Saturday I clean toilets and I love it. It's not that I like completing tasks. I like cutting the grass. I like painting. I like taking out the garbage. I like vacuuming my car. I like cleaning the toilets. I told my wife, I said,
Bless you.
I said,
Excuse me.
I said it's odd that the only pleasure I get in life, because she likes to go to the beach or on vacation, I don't get pleasure out of that.
You
I
get
said,
pleasure cleaning the toilet.
No, the only way I get pleasure. No, the only way I get pleasure is if I have a task and then I complete it. Whether it's a bike ride, cleaning the toilets, fixing something, painting something, that is my pleasure. So it's not that I like cleaning the toilets, but I see the results of completing a task.
You see it all sparkly and clean. And you're like,
Yeah,
I
so
did that.
that's it, Dottie. That's why I find cleaning toilets so gratifying. And I
Thanks.
feel like people who don't do anything in life and other people do all their stuff, they're missing out on great pleasures.
Dottie, I do not find cleaning toilets gratifying. So,
No, but completing tasks?
oh yeah, completing tasks.
Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
what you're saying because I do like any project that I do that you see the result.
It's a
Like
great
you know the
feeling.
before and after. Like, okay, I did that and it looks so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
So when people have someone cut their grass or paint their living room, I'm like, you're missing out.
When you finish mowing the lawn, do you have to just like sit and look at it?
Yes.
I do too.
Yes.
I
and then I'll
have to go
out,
sit in the patio and just look at what I did.
and then I'll look out the window at it. Or go back outside and look at the whole thing 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like that when I finish a bottle of wine. I feel,
You just stare at the
I feel very accomplished. Like, look what I did. Wow. And I'm
You just
still
stare at the
awake.
broken Genesee cans
I don't drink Genesee.
scattered around
Joe,
the floor
I'm classy.
as you lay in your alcoholic days. Is that what brings you pleasure?
I just like wine,
Okay,
sir.
Yeah, I think
She
you're up.
drinks Daddy Dutch wine.
I do.
Good question so far. I
Yeah.
love it. Now, are you going to do this to all of them? Look what's happening.
Oh, now we're not gonna have a boss cop.
It's a
Carrie's
Travis
transforming the
question.
Boss Cops questions into the. That's a good
We
idea.
had this one last week.
I don't know why there's
Wait,
so many
what's going
repeats.
on?
What's going on?
Maybe you didn't throw them out last week.
Yeah,
They
I
all
think
just went
someone
back
put them
in the
back
bin.
in. That's right.
Yeah.
Dig deep, girl. Our error. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Is this a new Kerry crumbled one?
Possible.
Well, I dug deep, so I don't know. Okay, from Josh. Hey guys, love the show and all that you do. Curious as to what happened to Eugene and the radar looperoni.
We had that too.
We had that
Are
too.
you sure? Maybe
Yeah,
people
we
are
definitely
just-
did.
Keep going. Keep going.
What's
Eugene was a
going on?
character I used. We don't have it anymore. I used to call the radar looperoni.
What is your favorite pierogi filling? Howie from Mountaintop.
John, we didn't have that one.
We definitely did.
Okay, here we go. Carrie, you're up.
Nikki, you're up.
Nikki, you're up. You have to.
Bonnie brought us these pierogies one time from when her daughter was selling them a couple of months ago, and they have the buffalo chicken.
yes.
Yes.
Those are so
I would
good.
say that was my favorite
Yeah.
pierogi filling, the buffalo chicken.
I have to say, I ate the buffalo chicken pierogies and I thought they were incredible, but I didn't feel like it counted
John, I'm
No.
so
As
with
just
you.
a pierogi. I was like, I almost feel like I'm eating another food product.
Yes.
Really?
Like that it was some kind of
Yes.
dumpling or something, even though it was definitely a pierogi.
When does something not be what it was? When do you alter something so much
When
it's
you
no
make it
longer
so
the purest?
fancy or so different that it's not what it
Yes.
was intended to be, and I almost felt that way about that pierogi. It was so good.
No,
Yeah.
it's like, I know
Yeah, I get what
exactly
you're
you
saying.
But the classic, potato and cheese.
But
or
I
whatever.
felt like inside I was cheating
Yes.
on the church ladies that are pinching their pierogies,
The
and it's
pure-
just like they wouldn't approve of buffalo chicken
Probably
in a pierogi.
not.
And it's the same thing with pineapples on pizza and such. You want to keep pizza's pizza.
I love
Now, I get
pineapple
it,
on
you put a
pizza,
topping
Joe.
or two, but how much do you do to it that it's no longer what it was? Let's say I get my wife and I shave her eyebrows, put a mustache on her. She's no longer the person I love. She's
Yeah.
becoming something
That's
else.
interesting.
I'm not even going to comment.
I'm
on
just
that.
saying, so what?
She's still the person you love. She just has a mustache.
She just has to have more facial hair.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, I pull off all of her fingernails.
Oh, that sounds very
I
like.
paint her green. When is it no longer what it was?
Yeah, it's an interesting line.
I don't know.
Rennie makes a great pierogi dish that's like the Mrs. T's feta pierogies, or feta pierogies,
Yeah.
with pesto and tomatoes and melted mozzarella, and it's amazing. But is that pierogies?
Feta
Yes.
pierogies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's get John Meyer, shave his head, give him neck tattoos, and have him speak like a man from the Old West. It's no longer
I would
John
love
Meyer.
to see that.
It's no longer John Meyer.
That wouldn't be me.
Howdy, partner.
It's no longer him.
I like the tats that go up like around my face.
Yeah, then it's
stuff
no
like that.
longer
What do you
John
think?
Meyer.
No. No.
I
There's-
can't. I mean, I can't see it, but I mean, it'd be fun to see it.
Yeah, so there's that spectrum
Halloween.
for everything, including pierogies.
Okay.
All right.
Just saying. Well, now you're overflowing. John, you
Yeah.
don't want to go Boscov's fan?
Oh.
Oh, I dropped the question.
I got it.
Oh, thanks, Nikki. I was going to pick up afterwards.
So the basic pierogi, to me, is the best pierogi.
Yeah, I agree. Carrie, you think?
No. Yeah. I mean, it's.
And whatever
hearty
you do, you don't put prunes in there. It's gross and disgusting.
Or ketchup.
Prunes.
There's
right.
prune pierogi.
Ew.
I know.
This is from Jocelyn and Kingsley. Good morning, crew. Morning, crew and peeps. Question for everyone: if friendly aliens, friendly, landed here tomorrow, what's the first thing you'd show them?
We had that last week,
No, we
didn't we?
didn't.
Oh,
Oh, John wasn't here, so you maybe.
Were you here?
maybe.
These
Okay,
can't
maybe
all
we
be
didn't.
repeats.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Well, we'll talk.
John, what?
No, this definitely isn't a repeat because it just came.
Oh, okay.
So what's the first thing you'd show them?
So an alien lands here.
Whew.
Like what?
Wow,
yeah.
what's the first thing I'd take them to see?
Like, what?
I don't know. Maybe I'd take them to see, like, go out in the woods, see how beautiful it is.
I'd take him to Knoebels.
No, you wouldn't.
And go
You're
down
gonna-
the-
You
go-
guys know the answer.
go
You're
to the
going to the
Phoenix.
authority. You're going to the state police.
No,
Oh, that-
they're
but
friendly.
You know,
I mean,
so
I
what-
definitely. I
you
guess
just-
I was assuming by the question that we've moved beyond the fact that aliens have landed,
Yeah.
and
Right.
we've got to deal with this problem.
Yeah, that's a big deal. I go to my
Yeah.
local university. We got to get scientists on this. We got to start.
Man, I would just go and get ice cream, go down on.
No,
Phoenix,
you.
and-
This is.
Let's go to Ricketts Glen, then
No,
get some
you
ice cream,
guys.
then we're gonna go down to Knoebels.
No.
Take him to the Tricky Triangle.
911.
We're gonna go out to the NASCAR race.
Yeah.
911.
No.
State police.
Joe, come on. You gotta have
State
a little fun
representative
here.
driving to Harrisburg. You have to start thinking about this. This is major. You're not going to Knoebels.
ET phone home.
Something related to this. Have any of you seen the social media accounts? They're Europeans that are here for the World Cup, and they're just doing road trips around America, and the stuff they're fascinated about that we would not even think about. But being from Europe, like just they stopped at what's similar to like a Sheetz.
Yes.
And just like, look at what they have here. You get food at the gas station and all this kind of stuff. And they went to one of the like big college football stadiums because there's a soccer practice. And like, look at this place, it's huge. And just their appreciation for the little things in America that we all just kind of take for granted.
Yeah.
I remember I think it was Gorbachev, or was it Boris Yeltsin, when he came to America, I remember reading, with Reagan, I think that would be Gorbachev, if you guys remember that. Anyway, he was amazed at American supermarkets. He could not believe the food that was available in all of our supermarkets.
I think that's one of the ones that he had. This guy's just like, look at their supermarkets.
Yes,
They're
and
so big.
he said if his Russian citizens ever found out what our supermarkets look like, they'd be in revolt.
That alone could have been the fall of the whole Soviet Union.
Because they don't have what
Walmart.
we have here. They have state-controlled food, and it's limited, and nothing like our diversity here.
No, that's a good point.
So maybe take your alien to the...
Take him to the take him to Sam's Club.
Take him to Sam's
Take him
Club.
to Sam's.
Garrity's.
Or Costco, we can get some dude wipes.
We don't
Oh,
have
don't bring that
Costco
up.
around here.
Maybe
they have
take him to
both
the
sides.
Grandview.
Maybe they would like dude wipes. The Grand, no. Let's not go down that.
I'm just...
Kerry, you better pick a question.
Good Lord, Joe.
A local hospital, see what goes on.
What, so they, no, I'm just...
Walmart would be an adventure.
Walmart, yes.
Let's go to Walmart.
911. All right,
Okay, here we go.
I took one. I have to say this quick. When my friend from Great Britain came, London, I took her to Sam's Club, and she was just astounded. She was just, what is this place?
The volume of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, she's never seen anything like it.
We're such spoiled brats here in America. Oh, wait a minute. Did you have to do the ring?
No, it's just, it's weird. I don't know.
You can't reject
You
questions.
can't just reject a
that's-
question.
If you're uncomfortable, you hit this. John, don't let her do that.
It's kind of weird, right? Is that
John,
weird?
she has to do it. If we're not going to have rules here, the podcast
I don't even
crumbles.
understand.
That's
it.
what I mean,
I mean,
that's-
I'll read it, but
I
my
don't-
friend Big Jim has been listening to the songs "Baby, I Want You" and "Everything I Own" nonstop. Can you tell him a man can't live on bread alone?
That's a great question. The band Bread from the 70s,
Okay, he would understand.
Baby,
that.
I'ma Want You. These are slow singer-songwriter songs.
So he can't live on bread alone.
Oh, he has to listen to more than one band.
Bread is the band
Oh,
who wrote
see,
these
I was
songs.
confused. I thought
Bread.
it
That's what they're playing
See,
on.
I
You
thought
guys never heard of Bread?
No.
If I play
No.
Bread songs, you would know
We
all.
don't?
They're
that's why
awesome.
I was confused. I thought we were just talking about a loaf of bread. I'm like, where's this guy going? I know, right?
Baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma
Don't sing
need
too much.
you.
Yeah, you can't
Lawyers,
sing.
lawyers.
You can't live on bread alone. But
Ma-
they are a great band. Come on, David Gates? All right, go ahead.
What? No, we just did it.
You,
Yeah.
Bro, that doesn't count.
You get another one.
rejected
You didn't
it.
get to read it though.
All right, what is the origin of the phrase "coming out of the woodwork"? Chris,
Ooh.
Chris from 44.
Ooh.
That's.
Well, what we always do in this case, someone searches it,
Yeah, but
and
what do we
move on.
think?
Am I next?
Well, what would we think coming out of the woodwork would be?
Okay, you want to guess before we look it up. The origin of the phrase coming out of the woodwork.
Coming out of the woodwork. Because a lot of these phrases you can kind of think through what it would mean, but that's a tough one.
Shipbuilding, coming out of the woodwork. Kerry, Nikki, you have the answer here. Coming out of the woodwork. We all use it a lot, right?
To appear suddenly, usually.
We know what it means.
We know what it
but
means.
where's it come
but
from?
Where does it come from? Coming out of
The
the woodwork.
origin.
Of
It
coming out of
says from the idea of insects crawling out from
Oh,
inside
I
the
just
woodwork
looked
in
it
a
up. I
house.
was about to read it, Kerry.
Girl.
You
So
stole my thunder.
So it's exactly
Oh, so it's like bugs coming out of the.
Yeah, people are coming out of the woodwork.
like cockroaches coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was too obvious.
Well,
Coming out of the woodwork.
the bread
And you
wasn't
think of-
obvious to me.
Back when that probably became a thing, bugs were probably coming out of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You peel back anything,
Yeah.
and the bugs are coming out. All right, this is from Ben Delp, rather. My name is Benjamin, and I am from Williamsport, Lycoming County. This is a question for John.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Another Rennie question?
Fill in the blank.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Country music is blank. I don't know what you want you.
Fun,
Fun,
good,
good,
easygoing.
easygoing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to country music all grown up, and I grew up in a small little town in the middle of nowhere. I never listened to country music at all. Rennie got free tickets to a Toby Keith concert. This is, 18, 19 years ago. And we went, and I was like, that was a lot of fun. And then the
Yeah.
music was,
Yeah.
it wasn't my kind of music at that time, but it was just fun, easy listening. And so now, like, sometimes I just put on country.
It's
You're a
a
country
good
guy.
time.
Yeah. I wouldn't call myself a country guy, but I like country music. I added it to my genre.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it's kind of trendy now.
It is trendy.
Do you like country music at all?
I do. I've been to a couple country music festivals, and growing up, I listened to a little bit, like Shania Twain and stuff, but now I'm like listening to a lot more. I think because it just feel good. Like I had good beats, and I'm just
And I
kind
kind of get, have you been to country concerts?
Yeah.
There's a
That's-
definite fun
So
vibe.
that's the
Yeah.
thing that a lot of people don't like, where it's trendy so that you have to play a part of the whole bit. You put on the outfit
And there's too much of that.
there's the,
but you
yeah.
have to dress the part.
That cheeses it
Little-
out.
I don't like the really twangy stuff,
All right.
but I like some of it.
How about old school country, like Johnny Cash? Now you're talking.
I like Johnny Cash.
Yeah, I like some of the old school
Yeah.
stuff
Dolly
too.
Parton.
Yeah.
I love Dolly Parton.
I don't touch any of it. I only go as close as like country rock, Eagles, Wilco, stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I don't like country at all. So that's just me.
Yeah,
Everybody
we
has
all
an
have our
opinion.
own-
I'm a dad rocker.
You are.
Dad
Take this
rock.
one right off
Oh,
the top.
that one was perched up there like
Yeah,
a,
it was
like
waiting
a
for you.
bird waiting for you to. Here we
It
go.
was.
This is it.
Brian, you know the saying, pink the morning sailor's warning,
Oh.
pink at night sailor's delight? Is there any truth to this saying? If so, what's the science behind it?
Do we want to get into this one? So, the first part he had wrong. Did you read it wrong?
Pink the morning sailor's warning.
Red
pink-
sky in morning, sailors take warning.
That's
red
what I
sky
heard.
at night,
Oh, yeah,
sailors delight.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you see a red sky in the evening or nighttime, that means the sun sets in the west, right? So to the west of you, if you see a red sunset, that means there's no clouds obscuring that band of radiation coming from the sun. So if you see a red sunset, it means there's no storms to the west. You follow me?
Yep.
So that's why it usually means it's going to be a nice day the next day. But as we all know, storms can move quick, and that could easily change with a fast-moving storm. So there's no real gutsy science to that.
And
A
red
red
in the
sun,
morning can be that it's clear to your east,
Which makes
but it's,
no sense.
But no, because the sunrises can be more vivid if they're hitting the clouds.
Red sky in the morning, sailors
So
take
meaning
warning.
that the clouds are moving towards the east, meaning it's more cloudy to the
east.
west, because the sun's coming up in clear skies in the east,
No,
and
red
the
sky in the
clouds.
morning, sailors take warning.
Yeah, meaning the clouds are moving in. I think that's what it means.
If the sun is red in the morning, it means it's clear to the east, but that assumes it's not to the west. You can't make that
I
assumption.
guess it's probably because there's more of a vivid sunrise if there's clouds involved.
They're both flawed.
It's not pure
Huge.
science.
No, not at all. But sometimes you'll hit it. But no, I wouldn't trust that.
There you go.
Who's up?
Me. All right. Let's hope for a good
Have
one.
you missed this? It's been 2 weeks.
I have missed
Do you
it.
feel like we're just still getting into our pattern, our jive?
I feel like we had this, but not this specifically because this just came in.
That's all
But
right.
why is it called Wham Cam? Where did the name come from?
No, there is a good story with this one. Because
Maybe we didn't have this on the podcast.
So
Do you
mine
know
did-
it, Nikki?
I don't.
No, I don't think we had
Oh,
this.
okay, then let's go.
Back in 1999, when I started full time here, our show was so empty in the morning. They said, "Come up with some ideas, you guys. Come up with some ideas to fill time." And I came up with this idea of going out and interviewing people with weird questions about science. And then it blossomed into anything, but it started only science. And I thought, bam, in your face, because who did bam? You remember?
Oh,
Did
Emerald.
I kind of stole it from Emerald. I thought, bam, I'm just going to surprise people. Bam, here's a question. So it was originally called Bam Cam. And then guess what happened? 9/11.
Oh.
And our news director then said, don't call it BAM. It sounds too much like a bomb. Boom. It was a whole different world back then. Changed the name to Wham. True story.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah,
Either.
it used to be BAM. 9/11 happened. He said, let's get away from the bomb thing. And we'll
Bam
call it
Cam.
Wham. It was Bam Cam when I came up with the idea.
Wow,
Changed to
no idea.
Wham Cam right after 9/11. See the things you learn here?
Yeah.
But that's it. I stole it from Emerald. What BAM? He would go BAM. Who remembers that?
I do.
I
Put in a
remember.
little salt. BAM.
Well, now you have your own thing. Wham.
Wham! Yeah, good. All right, last one.
Yeah.
We only have 2 minutes
Carrie's
left.
turn.
It's Carrie's turn. Here you go, Carrie. I'm tilting it for you.
Thanks.
Why do you keep going on the top? Why don't you dig deeper?
All right, quick one. Please explain why John uses his neighbor's truck and pool instead of getting his own pool or having his mulch delivered. Sounds like John is the ultimate mooch. Please read and don't ring the bell. Please read and don't ring the bell. John, you want
Wait, and now we have a good title for the podcast, The Ultimate Mooch.
Oh,
You use your neighbor's car.
John.
You
John-
use your neighbor's pool. What else
He
is on
hasn't
the
been
list?
here in 2 weeks
Truck.
because of tough
Truck, he
questions.
uses truck, is his pool, what else?
Some of his lawn
Tools?
equipment.
All right, go explain
You're
yourself.
driving him away.
I have a perfect neighbor who willingly lets us use all this stuff, and so I do.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Your neighbor's retired, the kids are
He's
grown.
retired.
He loves the fact
He
that...
loves that our kids are in his pool. It's the reason he's kept the pool. I just helped him open it yesterday. And I do help with the pool and everything. And the truck, he just considers his pickup truck, which is like a 25-year-old pickup truck, the neighborhood pickup truck. Anyone can use it if they want to. He's just an amazing guy
just a good
who
guy,
offers this
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
That's
But what
funny.
I found is when I post about Perfect Neighbor Mike, a lot of people don't have good neighbors. And I'm just really lucky that I do.
You are.
But
You
this,
are.
I'm going to turn this into a philosophy.
Yeah.
I once read, and this is true, the greatest way to seek happiness is to make other people happy. He's happy by making you happy.
And absolutely,
Yeah.
you can see it that he gets joy out of all
Yeah,
this.
so that's the
Yeah,
answer.
that's
man.
all that matters.
Yeah, you make
And
other
it
people
works out
happy.
nicely
It makes
for
you
us,
happy.
too.
This is great stuff.
Yes.
All right, keep the questions coming. Brown bag at WNEP.com.
The ultimate mooch.
Yes.
Right here.